Hello and welcome to I Teach, Teach, Teach. Today we're going to be working on getting the top layer of the Rubik's Cube so that all yellow is on top. So we're going to be working on the third layer today. We've got the first layer solved and the second layer solved. We're going to be working on the third layer. And basically what that means is you already have this yellow cross, and what you're going to be trying to do is get this yellow on these corner pieces flipped up for all four of these corner pieces. All right. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick, and then I'll kind of talk you through what's going on here. So I'm going to have white on the bottom, and I'm going to have orange facing front. So this is front, this is down, the bottom is down. All right. So what I'll do is I'll get it so that the yellow here is facing front, and then I will flip this yellow up. Okay, so now that yellow is flipped up, but the first two layers are all messed up. So what I need to do is I need to flip another corner up, and when I do that I need to fix these two layers. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so that's flipped up now, and the bottom two layers are still intact. So that's our goal, is to get these corner pieces so that the yellow is flipped up, but the first two layers stay intact. All right, so this time I'm going to kind of talk you through what I'm doing. Basically, to get this when it's facing front, this yellow facing front, to get it flipped up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do down prime, down right, down prime, down right. And that gets that flipped up, okay? But the problem is that these first two layers are messed up now, so I have to fix them. To do that, I have to do that whole algorithm 2 more times. So I'm going to rotate this corner into that position, and we're going to fix this corner. So if I have the yellow and it's facing to the right, then I can do this algorithm twice, once to move it to the front and then once to move it to the top, and I'll have all yellow on top, and I'll have my first two layers fixed. All right, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do down prime, down right, down prime, down right. That moves it to the front, and from here I can flip it up and fix my first two layers. So down prime, down right, down prime, down right. So now I've got all yellow on top and the first two layers are fixed, okay? So that's one way of doing something called OLL, which is orienting the last layer. One of many ways to do it. But I want to talk a little bit more about what's going on here so that you really understand how to flip these corners up and how the movement works. All right, so I'll flip them down and then we'll fix them again. Okay, so in this scenario, so I've got my first two layers and they're fixed. I've got my cross, but in this scenario I've got one corner is flipped up and the other 3 are facing down. So I basically need to get these 3 corners flipped back up, all right? And in this scenario, the yellow is facing to the right. Now if I want to get the yellow when it's facing to the right flipped up, without going through sort of the going to front and then up, if I just want to go from the right side to up, I can do that by going down and then right prime, and then down prime and then right, and then down and then right prime, and then down prime and then right. Okay, so that gets that flipped up. Now again, we've got to do that algorithm 3 times to fix my first 2 layers, but luckily we have 2 more corner pieces to fix. So we'll do that really quick. We'll go down right prime, right, down right prime, right, and that fixes that. And then we have down right prime, right, down right prime, right. So once again, I've got my 2 layers fixed and I've got all yellow on top, which was the goal. So the basic takeaway from this is that if you have the yellow and it's facing you, you're going to start with down prime. which is moving it this way. And if you have it so that the yellow is here facing this way, you're going to start with down, which is moving it this way, if you want to get that flipped up immediately. So just kind of figuring out how these get flipped up and how they work and how those algorithms work is really going to help you to understand how to get your corner pieces so that they're flipped up. But another thing to remember is that you have to do the algorithm 3 times in order to get your first 2 layers back to normal. All right, and that's basically that's one of many ways of getting all yellow on top and still maintaining the first 2 layers. All right, thank you for watching.